4th of August 2026, and the time is 8:34 a.m., which means it's time to join us on today's review of newspaper headlines and editorials plus analysis, where we take you through the headlines and the stories and the trending issues and topics on all the media platforms in Nigeria and beyond Nigeria. So sit back and relax and do not change that dial and let us go through this journey together. My name is Mariam Afolabi, and this beautiful Tuesday morning, I have my colleague with me with Anko. What's Anko in English?
Hey, we are twinning.
We are twinning.
We are
Okay.
twinning,
Keep on
honestly.
that, yeah.
And Miriam, you look beautiful in yours as well.
Thank
Well,
you.
well, it's another day, a blessed day, I must say. So it's a good morning to everybody who's listening to us right now.
And we have with us in our studio Adebayo Abubakar for our Tuesday analysis. Good morning, Adebayo.
Yes, good morning, Mariam. Good morning, Ayabala. Good morning, Nigerians.
Good morning.
And Nigerians, to be a part of the program, you can call us on 09124221019, 09124221019, or 0805189941. And you can also watch us live on Facebook at Tubi101.9 FM. Drop your comment and your observations. All right, let's talk about the headlines that we have this morning. I have this one, that it should be our first story for today, that says Agbaja executive bill on state police will be ready for Tinubu's review September 3. The presidency has issued a 7-week timeline for the drafting of the proposed state police bill. Femi Gbadabiamila, chairman of the Presidential Working Group on the National Policing Bill, on Monday said the executive bill will be ready for President Bola Tinubu's review on September 3rd, 2026. Adebayo Abubakar, considering the importance of this bill and as to how it affects the security issues in Nigeria, do you believe that the speed at which it's coming, the development is coming, is fast enough, or just normal track?
Well, if it is something that is going to endure, I don't think we should rush anything.
Okay.
There has not been enough public consultation regarding the bill. They have to consult widely. A lot of people will have one or two things to add. And they say 2 good heads are better than one, not to talk of millions good heads. And like somebody like me now, I want to know where the local government stand in this. We are talking about multi-layered policing, not just the state policing. In other climes, you see even the counties, the equivalent of local, or in some cases they call them borough, the equivalent of local government administration. They have their own sheriff, they have their own local police that complement the effort of the one at the state level, and of course the federal corps. So this is what I'm expecting. I have never had anybody who is somebody who has been talking about that bill mention that in our own case. So meaning that the governor will become the sole beneficiary of this, and I think the local government too have to, even if it is a constabulary power, they will grant those who have the what's it called now? The capacity, the legal enablement to stop and
stop
unreasonable suspicion. Based on reasonable suspicion, they can stop anybody such, and also they should be empowered, and their function or duties should be steeped in intelligence gathering, so to complement the effort. Otherwise, we might still have to go back to this again and having to convince the State House of Assembly. But now that the enthusiasm is high, before it dies down, let the presidents just take advantage of this and also include local governments, because they have a role to play too. If you call the state governors the chief security officer of the state, then who is the local government chairman? It should be the chief security officer of the local government too. And we've seen a number of them, they've done quite a lot. Go to the Ijumu local government in Kogi State. The former chairman, Honorable Taufik Issa, they gave him the Jagaban of Ashipa of Okunland. He was leading vigilante from the front, not from behind. He follows them into the bush before he left office. So that's just an example. If those people could be empowered to also, you cannot expect them to go and fight daredevil bandits with catapults. So this idea of limiting the grade of weapon they carry, I don't think it should be. Once they are trained in line with the global best practice, with standard of operations that is known globally, none of them want to misuse the arms at their disposal. So, but you cannot arm them with weapons lower in grade than the ones that the bandits or the terrorists are carrying. So they should also be equipped and be the first line of response before the upper layers come to complement. So I think that is the way it should go. So we shouldn't rush it. It should be. That's why I laugh at some people who are saying they want to use it for election. The state police, even if it is approved today, if the bill is assented today, might not be ready in the next 2 years. Because number one, Look at when Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak approved the commission, the training of forest guards. See how long it took before they finished that training. So, and this one will be much more elaborate than that. It will be more comprehensive. This one is going to be statewide at once, not start from Velodu, start from Ekiti. No, it will be everything at once. So the recruitment is going to be massive. So also is the training. So you have to look at how many police training facilities we have in the country. I think we have one in Kwara State here, meaning that people from surrounding neighboring states might likely join the facility. That means the facility is going to be overstretched. It means you have to expand those facilities too. And again, looking at the possibility of in future establishing some in those states that have none now, that have none now. So these are things that still need to be put in place. Also, but politicians will come out and say, oh, they want to use it to rig 2027 election.
I think Nigerians are almost used to politicians coming.
Almost
every policy that we have, almost every development, politicians will always have a way to actually tie it to politics. But before we go for this commercial, let me start with these questions that we have. Some outfits that are on ground that are not necessarily should I say national, like we have the vigilantes, we have sons that are even springing up that are collaborating with the state government. How do you think they are going to be integrated in this?
Of course, if you look at most of those vigilante groups, they are made up of ex-servicemen, meaning that they are not lacking in military training or paramilitary training. So all you need to do is just to kind of refresh what they have then, in addition to training freshers.
All right, let's go for this commercial. Before we come back, we'll continue from there and have other headlines. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Is it okay to make fun of our TikTok? Let's have a talk. Codex makes your TikTok strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do young guys.
Your own is bright too.
Brush your teeth with Codex.
Good morning, Miss Missy. How are you?
If you use it, go get paid.
Shiny okay. This is Nigeria. Amen. May we be able to shine and dine. Guys, how are you today? You haven't tried that you guys can hear me above all this.
Quality anti-malaria contains Artemisa and Lumefantrine, available in cherry-flavored dispersible tablets with very convenient dosing for kids. Shalatam is also available in tablets for adults. Knock out malaria in 3 days with Shalatam from Shalina Healthcare. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Shalatam is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association.
Why are you still paying 1,250 naira per liter when your neighbors are paying 450 naira per SCM?
Stop losing money. The CNG movement is here. It's safe, it's verified, and it's smarter.
No cash for conversion? No problem. With Money Points MCGC and credit card, you can convert now and pay small. While you save big on fuel.
CNG, cleaner, safer, affordable. Driving Nigeria forward. Visit any PI CNG accredited conversion centers today or visit www.pci.gov.ng.
Can't invent the advert.
Èyí tí bá bá minutes gbogbo ilẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Zuri ló ṣe kíni Zuri ló lọ kọ́ṣọ́kọ́ lọ́kọ̀tọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí gbogbo yín ṣe mọ̀.
Alternative.
Iná dídá ò rọrùn látòrí gígé àlùbọ́sà lílọ edé lẹ́yìn náà ìbànújẹ́ pé ṣé oúnjẹ náà yóò dára ṣé oúnjẹ náà yóò dùn ṣùgbọ́n látìgbà tí mo ti ń lo ohun ìsebẹ̀ Zuri ni àkókò ibi ìdáná ti di àkókó ayẹyẹ fún mi. Pẹ̀lú díẹ̀ Zuri oúnjẹ mi máa ń dùn òórùn rẹ̀ sì máa ń dùn gan ni. Zuri ló lọkọ sẹ́ẹ̀ ṣọkọyọkọ̀tọ̀ ó ṣe kíni. Ó ṣọ́ọ̀kì. Zuri wà ní gbogbo ọjà àti ṣọ́ọ̀bù káàkiri Nàìjíríà ní irú ṣíkì, jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù, bíìfù àti classic. Zuri ló ṣe kíni. Zuri ló lọkọ. Ó ṣe ìṣàì. Make your cooking fun.
This is back to school season.
Meanwhile, mo rí another one ní 45.
That. Wait till it never finish. Buy this lot of jingle and enjoy an extra bonus of special eye. Back to school. Let your brand shine. Solomon BFM deal is right on time. Buy more and get more. It's true. Let the whole city hear from you. Don't miss this wonderful opportunity today. Visit SoBFM in Lorry today or call 080-60-34-2608. Again, 080-60-34-2608. SoBFM back to school promo. It's a real deal.
even if we disagree. On Sobi 101.9 FM, Ilori. Everyone must have a voice.
I have my voice, and you have your voice.
I have my voice. You have your voice.
Everybody has his voice on Subi 101.9 FM.
At the beginning of each day comes new story from politics, health, education, business, sports, entertainment. To get information stories from various newspapers across Nigeria, tune into Sobi 101.9 every weekday, Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. as we bring to you a review of stories from the daily. Stay informed and be enlightened. Listen to today's review of newspaper headlines and editorials exclusively on Sobi 101.9. Today's review of newspaper headlines and editorials. First, with the news.
Welcome back from that commercials. You'll see listen to Sobi 101.9 FM and today's review of newspaper headlines and editorials, plus analysis with Mariam Afolabi, Ayobola Amilabi, and Adebayo Abubakar. And we're still on the discussion on state policing. And Adebayo, you were trying to explain how some local outfits can actually be how will it be integrated or possibly be integrated into state policing.
And so as I was saying, some of those vigilante groups you are seeing are made up of, ex-servicemen, people who are not novices when it comes to such operations. So what you need to do is just to refresh their, skill by a refresher training, and then add it to the freshers that you recruit and then train them. That means we even have something to build on already. And some vigilantes in some local governments across the country are vibrant already. So what you just need to do is to adopt them and let every other freshers key into it. You can also, we have some, every state we have some military men who are retired but are not tired. Mm-hmm. You can also co-opt them into the training and also even some tactical operational command. You can bring them into it, make use of them. Majority of our so-called retired military officers are not tired. So just that the law that when you should reach so even some have not even attained the right age of retirement before circumstances make them retire, and you see some of them still trying to make themselves useful by establishing security consultancy firm. So you can bring on board people like that they are bound in every state, ex-servicemen from the military, ex-servicemen from the DSS, the police, and what have you. I'm not talking about those who took bribe in police and were dismissed though, or those who commit one act of indiscipline in the military and were dismissed. People with clean record before they exit the service for one reason or the other, you can bring them on board so that they will not go and contaminate the new outfit that is about to be born, that is yet to be born. Okay. So they should not contaminate it in advance. So people with clean record of service before they exit, you bring them on board, and then from there you can start the whole process. All right.
Well, on 2027, we have here a headline that says that Tinubu, Atiku, and Obi weighs ex-governors for campaign DJ roles. Now, when you want, there's something they say in Yoruba that how positive or how influential do you think their reign has already been for them to actually be able to campaign for somebody else?
Yeah, it's not about influence, it's about experience.
Really?
They have contested and won election. So the experience is what is needed now. Not their own popularity, because they are not the one on the ballot. So they need the experience, how they plotted their own campaign, their own strategy, bring it on board.
That brought them on board,
exactly.
Yes.
So it's about experience, not about influence this time around. Some people have been serially involved in getting people elected, but they have not even been able to contest themselves and win. So it is that is how nuanced the situation is. Some people are gifted in their strategies, the art of putting up strategies to win election for people, and who knows, maybe for themselves. But then if you base it on popularity, they might not be there. But what to do to get the voters on your side, they know how to plot such a strategy. So it's about strategy, not about their own influence.
Okay, really.
We should not also discount the fact that they've once contested the election and won. No appointed governor in Nigeria. Remember.
Oh, really? Okay, then.
When we have our elected government.
All right.
governors.
Okay. Well, talking about their experience and strategy, does this really mean that we, the populace, as the citizen, aren't able actually to decipher on our own what actually we or who we would really want?
You see, electoral this is about persuasion. Your ability, what you are going to do that will persuade, that will sway the decision of the electorate onto your side, and that's not to discount the fact that some of them are political liabilities. If we are not to deceive ourselves, because the presence of some on the campaign team and the campaign team of some candidates is dead on arrival. It will bring an electoral minus to whoever brings them and whoever co-opts them into his team. So, but then you still cannot do with their experiences and how they have their battle-tested strategies. So it doesn't mean that Nigerian voters, how think do you think Nigerian voters sometimes majority of those who vote in Nigeria, they vote based on how the flow of stomach infrastructure. So whoever pays last is the person they are going to vote for. I will not be hearing some contestants who have no money tell electorates that if they bring money, collect it's part of your money, but still vote according to your conscience.
Yes.
That conscience will be left under their pillow. They are going to the polls. So they will say there.
Oh,
at least
really?
for 1 or 2 days.
Oh, really?
All right, I have this one talking about Governor. Senate panel issues 72-hour ultimatum to CBN, NUPRC, NDDC, NEITI over absence from audit hearing. Now, my question is coming from this. Why is it that we don't have enough disciplinary actions for issues like this? Or why is it that we have government agents, not even non-government agents, government agencies, they will be summoned by the legislative, the Senate, and then we keep having them flouting orders like this? What's your reaction?
And you see, some of these civil servants, they've been in office long before these politicians came on board, and they've dealt with different group of legislators. And remember, there were allegations of, when carrying out oversight, allegation of extortion of heads of ministries, accounting officers of ministries. So this disrespect might have stemmed from that. Okay. That we are coming to your office. The allegation has not been properly, dispelled. It has not been properly debunked, not just by merely using statements. If any civil servants look at the case of Ms. Ndudi Onyuke Okereke, former DG of Nigeria Stock Exchange, versus not only Okereke now, Aruma Ote versus Hana Hembe, a House of Rep member from Benue State. Aruma Ote alleged on the floor of the House of Rep, National Assembly, that the rep member then, she alleged that he demanded money from his agency, her agency, and not till today. And she said she was ready to go full blast, to substantiate her claim. But in the Nigerian way, the matter was swept under the carpet. Honorable Hembe then threatened brimstone and fire, saying that, but at the end of the day, everything came to naught. And we kept hearing about that the so-called oversight function is fraught with extortion, legislative extortionism. So from that, the loss of respect could have arisen. Could have stemmed from that those kind of situations. So that's why, otherwise, no matter who, even the National Assembly have the power to summon the president, not to talk of people who work under him. But here we are. This is where we have found ourselves because of some alleged gross misconduct on some past legislators that has not been this. National Assembly as an institution has not been able to debunk totally. So that might stem from that. But if the National Assembly this current National Assembly believe that they do not have any skeleton in their cupboard, they can go full blast and exercise their power. They can issue warrant of arrest with regard to anybody, any appointee or any head of MDA who fails to show up. They can also pass a resolution sending to the president for such a person to be removed. They could get the police to also arrest such a person. They have that power. So if they can go full blast and exercise their legislative power to making sure that they exact obedience and respect from these MDAs.
All right.
Because budget defense is a critical part of national budgeting process. You have to the beneficiary agencies, head of those agencies have to come forward and defend each of the each lines of the expenditure contained in their own subhead. So how do you convince us that this thing is necessary? And how are you sure that you are quoting the right price? So all these are things they will have to come and. Do you know that in some ministry, due to their copy and paste tactics in budget preparation, they keep repeating change of furniture. Every furniture that will have at least 5-year lifespan, they keep changing it every year. And you want to ask, who are the beneficiaries of this fund? And you go to those offices, you see furniture that are as old as 10, 20 years. Yes, they budget for furniture every year.
We have budget review and budget implementation committee. Are they also complicit if they are seeing this and they are not doing something about it?
This is Nigeria, Maria.
Oh, really?
Once you have greased the rice palm, the lips will become sealed.
It comes full circle now, because now you can see what is actually causing. Okay, before we go for this break, but let's speak one more headline before we go for the break, because I have this one that is talking about storm over fake agency probe as reps prepare final report. So I believe it's a little bit, it's related to what we just talked about, how we are having a lot of issues in government running, and this fake agency, Adebayo Abubakar, there's an update on this. What's your reaction to storm over fake agency probe as reps prepare final report? Before we go for this break.
Well, I think I just hope the rep will do the needful by also hearing out the accused, the suspect, talking about the Prince Adeyemi, who is in police custody. They need to hear him out so as to balance their report. You can't base everything on let me say, conjecture or some kind of speculation. No, that is not, it is never done. Otherwise, it will erode the credibility of whatever report they are coming up with. The guy has to be hard out because everything is an allegation against the man. So he needs to be hard out, because from what I can see, those on the other side are trying to heap every blame on him.
All right. Okay, let's go for this. We'll be right back. Please stay tuned to Sobi 101.9 FM.
Oh, my IBDC meter unit don't finish now. See bad timing. To go kill buy token now go stress me well.
Why you don't worry like that?
Are you recharge? How that one take one?
Simple. Download the iRecharge app from App Store or Play Store and pay your IBEDC bill or buy prepaid token instant. You can also dial *660*1 on your phone.
Sharp like that.
Even better, your IBEDC meter now get permanent bank account number. Just do one bank transfer to the account number and receive your token or pay your bill within seconds. Or visit www.irecharge.ng. Make you start today.
iRecharge.
Or maybe I will just write the number.
Quality anti-malaria contains Artemether and lumefantrine, available in cherry-flavored dispersible tablets with very convenient dosing for kids. Shalatam is also available in tablets for adults. Knock out malaria in 3 days with Shalatam from Shalina Healthcare. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Shalatam is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association.
I'll message my contact to your.
Káralẹ̀ ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ kọ́lé sí tàbí dókòwò lórí dúkìá ilé àtilé. Ọ̀pá Homes and Properties Limited wà fún ọ. Ilé iṣẹ́ tó yarantí tó sì fini lọ́kàn balẹ̀ ní gbogbo ìgbà tó bá ṣe tán tó fẹ́ ra ilé àtilé sí gbogbo sẹ́mọ́ǹtì ti gbé dolẹ̀. Nílọrin àti yíká orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà lápapọ̀. Òótọ́ ọ̀nù àti ìwọ́mọlúwàbí pọ́nbélé la gbé dání ní Ọ̀pá Homes and Properties Limited. Bó ṣe lè àbílẹ̀ tó wà lójú títì láti fi ṣe ilé iṣẹ́ àtàwẹ́sìtì gbogbo tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. Bàbá wọn àdúgbò tó ṣe ń dìde lẹ̀bọ̀ ó ṣàtúnṣe bó ṣe fẹ́ sí ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ nílé ilé tó bára ní Ọ̀pá Homes. Ìwé ìlú òkú pérépéré kò sì ní sí wàhálà òun ò
Báwo bí èdè ni mo sọ yìí tí mo lò lọ́wọ́ yìí tí bá fẹ́ dá yìí ní ìlú ìdàrẹ́. YouTube nǹkan tó kó jáde sí.
Number 1 Òhòrò Taiwo Òkè Ìwọ́n sórí 09025522292 Ọ̀pá Homes and Properties Limited. Òpó tó gbéléró.
Abdulrazak Abubakar Toyin University, AATU, Okeogba, Gama, Kwara State, a fast-growing non-profit university, is pleased to inform parents, guardians, and prospective students of the newly approved programs at AATU by the National University Commission, NUC. Programs approved are Community Health Science, Social Science, Public Health Science, Medical Laboratory Science, Incentive and Security Science, Political Science, Public Administration, Mass Communication, Artificial Intelligence, Microbiology, Industrial Science, Medical Physics, Common Law, Common and Islamic law. Also, our existing programs are in full operation, including IJMB program. Our security network is top-notch. Choose AATU as your first choice and get your admission without stress. For further details, visit www.aatu.edu.ng or call 0816 839 8395 or 0901 979 1412. AAT University, a private, not-for-profit university for global citizenship.
Is it okay to make fun of our Tupac? Let's have a talk. Codex makes your teeth so strong, so cover your mouth. Not to do yanga with your smell. Brush your teeth with Codex. Zero cavity and fresh breath. If you use a Codex paste. Not to do yanga with your smell. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, number one oral care brand in the world. Start your day and have a good time.
I can't find you. I'm trying to look for you with my second account. And I can't find you. Why?
Good time moments with Kivo Creamer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bride and groom are about to cut the cake.
I've been trying to do it. I'm a local person.
My love, what happened?
Before I marry you, the TV where you promise, the fridge nko, where it is? Washing machine nko, will I be using my hands to wash clothes in 2026?
Cancel this wedding. Relax, everybody. Who said I must buy everything once? I use CDK. CDK? Yes, so I dey pay small. Fridge, washing machine, even solar system. That's CDK.
So all those things don't already dey house?
Abba, since last month.
Pastor, continue the wedding.
Command the you together. Command the you together. So my friend type is while I'm like.
Zero interest, no market price. Download CDK today. Telephone 0707 454 3005. CDK, pay small, live big.
ẹ̀yin tí pápá mi náà gbogbo ilẹ̀ mọ̀ pé zuri ló ṣe kíni zuri ló lọ kọ́ṣọ́kọ yọ̀kọ̀tọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí gbogbo yín ṣe mọ̀ wípé iná dídá ò rọrùn látòrí gígé àlùbọ́sà lílọ edé lẹ́yìn náà ìbànújẹ́ pé ṣé oúnjẹ náà yóò dára ṣé oúnjẹ náà yóò dùn ṣùgbọ́n látìgbà tí mo ti ń lo ohun ìsebẹ̀ zuri ni àkókò ibi ìdáná ti di àkókò ayẹyẹ fún mi pẹ̀lú díẹ̀ zuri oúnjẹ mi máa ń dùn òórùn rẹ̀ sì máa ń dùn gan ni zuri ló lọkọ sẹ́ẹ̀ ṣọkọ yọ̀kọ̀tọ̀ ó ṣe kíni ó ṣọ́ọ̀kì zuri wà ní gbogbo ọjà àti ṣọ́ọ̀bù káàkiri nàìjíríà ní irú ṣíkì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù bíìfù àti classic zuri ló ṣe kíni zuri ló lọkọ ó ṣe
bóyá iPhone ló ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
Of newspaper headlines and editorials. First, with the news.
Today's review of newspaper headlines and editorials. We're always first with the news. Thank you so much for being a part of the program. With Mariam Afolabi, Aibola Ailali, and Adebayo Abubakar. Continuing with the headlines that we have this morning. Aibola, let's have one from your side.
Well, we have the Vice President Shetima saying that Tinubu deserves praise and not condemnation for reforms. Meanwhile, on another hand, we have Archbishop to be precise, John Ayekon, saying that we are done talking, govern better. And then we still have former Vice President Atiku Abubakar saying that there's no amount of propaganda that can actually erase the suffering of Nigerians. So let's place these three statements side by side, and just give us your honest or your a credible analysis as usual.
Well, all those contending views are none of them is wrong. You're right. Tinubu deserves commendation for his reform. Reverend Father Onayekon also is right, because there is nothing he said that is not happening. Ditto for Atiku. What does that point to? It means governance still needs to be ramped up. How do I mean? The macroeconomic reforms that Shetima is saying we should commend, then make sure the benefit trickles down to micro level. No matter the grammar you speak up there, The only language we at the lower rung of the social ladder listening to is the lingua franca our tummy speaks. That is, if my stomach is empty, no matter how flowery your grammar is, I would be deaf to it. I won't understand. It would sound unintelligible to me.
Even if you're listening?
There is a difference between hearing
and listening.
You won't
Exactly.
be able to listen once your stomach is empty. That energy to concentrate wouldn't be there. So the government needs to ramp up its governance efforts to ensure that the benefit of these so-called reforms trickles down. Otherwise, you are doing nothing. If the average man on the street cannot feel the impact of all this reform you said you have put in place, if all we can see is longer convoy of political office holders like governor, the president himself, the president's wife, the ministers, or if all we can see is flyover or painting of roads in the state capital, nothing trickles down to the rural area. Even in that state capital, not all the masses that reside in state capital feel the impact. Then the government is doing nothing.
Because I was about to ask, my question actually is that how do you measure the success of the government? Is it by what the people at the layman can achieve immediately or long-term policies?
You see, it's the first indicator, the first conductor, the first reactor of any string pulled by the government is in the prices of food, prices of daily necessities,
yes,
daily needs of every household. If the price of garri still remain high up there, hardly can you see a household that does not use petrol in a day. So how affordable is it to them? That's the question. There is nothing you consume that the price of petroleum does not affect. The price of a petroleum product like diesel or petrol. So we all know anytime there is a surge in the price of petrol due to what is happening in the Strait of Hormuz, anytime there is such a surge, we are always expecting a spike in the prices of those goods and services that we consume on a daily basis. But how will Nigerian government insulate an average Nigerian from the impact of what is happening in the Strait of Hormuz? We are trying to ramp up our local refining capacity. As Dangote is struggling, another person in Bua is also trying to come up. The business is busy liberalizing issuance of license for importation. You are making fire to heat the room, and somebody is pouring water again. I'm not saying there shouldn't be competition, but let that competition be rooted in our domestic capacity. Even if it means granting soft loan to anybody who wants to go for another refinery, so that we can ramp up and become a net exporter of petroleum products. Nigeria has all it takes. We have all it takes to supply to meet African demand as far as refining capacity is concerned. Dangote is starting up another one in Mombasa area of Kenya, in the port city of Mombasa. So what if we empower other investors too? We have 4 refineries belonging to the federal government. What are they going to do about it? Nothing. They haven't been, doing that. Rather, the federal government retain those set of engineers who have been drawing fat salary on taxpayers' money that have not been able to refine a drop of petroleum products for decades. We still retain them and are paying them.
Despite different calls that they should either.
Are you aware that Obasanjo had privatized and have sold the 2 Port Harcourt refineries and that of Warri and Kaduna to Dangote at the rate of $750 million? Yar'Adua came on board and reversed it. Said no, the process of the privatization was not okay, and again that it will strip the Nigerian government of the power to be an active player in the energy sector. This same Nigerian government now is planning to sell 51% of stakes in those refineries to a Chinese firm.
Not even in Nigeria.
Not even in Nigeria. Can you see how we take 1 step forward, 3 steps backward? The same Dangote then abandoned that plan and went and started his own from the scratch. The narrative they were selling before was that it is not profitable running a refinery in Nigeria. How can it be sustainable when employment in such establishment is meant to as a kind of patronage among the elites. As their children is graduating from institutions, a slot is reserved. That's why there was this allegation that before a vacant position is advertised in such organization, it is already filled. That advertisement is just there for one thing.
Yes,
And I have not seen anything to disabuse my mind of that notion. I've been a process. I've participated in so many recruitment exercises as a graduate till today. Some I wrote the exams and I saw the question and said, wow, I've been writing, GMATs all over. Before writing those ones, I saw those questions were so cheap, but I never got invited. But perhaps maybe those who passed the exams, there were many. But all of us, the last one I wrote was at the law school on Victoria Island. I wrote all about hundreds of my friends and classmates that we met there. I'd never heard from anybody that they called them for. And these people are not dollars. So, but we know how it goes in Nigeria. So that is what we have reduced the thing to. So the federal government needs to, be very intentional about strengthening and deepening the root of our domestic capacity to meet local needs and even African needs.
All right, on that note, we'll go for this commercial. We're going to come back. We start picking calls. Please stay tuned to Sobi 101.9 and we'll be right back.
Kivo Krima, even when you need to clear your eyes. Kivo Krima, when you need to have the break time. Kivo Krima,
Okay. Wow, I've been trying to respond.
Good time moments.
That's how you know that. You know that I'm not a YouTuber.
Tí ìdùnnú bá ní ìró ní Nàìjíríà, báyìí gẹ́lẹ́ ni yóò ṣe dún. Fún ọdún márùnléláàádọ́rin, Coca-Cola ti wà nínú àwọn àkókò ìdùnnú tí ó mú wa pọ̀. Láti ìgbéyàwó, sí ọjọ́ ìbí, sí ìsọmọlórúkọ, sí ìwújáde, sí ìgbòkègbodò, kódà sí gbogbo àkókò. Ó ti pẹ́ àdèsíjọ wà.
I've been trying to send, but I can't send. Sorry, I'm speaking very low. Until after the live program,
pẹ̀lú Coca-Cola, Fanta àti Sprite páàkì 60cl fún ìwọ nìkan ṣoṣo. Gbá ti ẹ nílé ìtajà tó súnmọ́ ẹ.
If you have a pen, if you don't, I will send it to you on your DM.
Stop, cover your mouth. Not to do younger with your smell. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavity and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do younger with your smell. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, number one all-care brand in the world.
SKB money kí gbogbo wa wọ aṣọ yìí fún today's women. I was messaging the group. SKB know that the water now already. Like I was thinking that like
Gary Kivo 3-in-1. Omi nìkan ló kù kó fi kún. Kivo Gary mix.
No firewood, no charcoal. Say hello to the new, no smoky party. No smoky flavor. You like your taste, but you no smoky party. Your love. You no smoky party. Your no smoky party.
Enjoy the new North Smoky Party Jollof seasoning.
Give me no, give me smoky party. Your love. Smoky party. Your love. Start your day and have a good time. Kivo Krima, even when you need to clear your eyes. Kivo Krima, and when you need to have the break time.
my head to cover the lights so that it doesn't blind my
Kivo Krima, Kivo Krima, Kivo Krima, Kivo Krima,
Good time moments with Kivo Krima.
Kivo Krima.
This is back to school season. Sobi FM is giving you the biggest promo of the year. Buy 5 Jingle Advert slots and get 2 absolutely free. Buy 10 slots and get 4 more free. Just like that. Wait till it never finish. Buy 10 slot of jingle and enjoy an extra bonus of special eye. Back to school. Let your brand shine. So BFM deal is right on time. Buy more and get more. It's true. Let the whole city hear from you. Don't miss this wonderful opportunity today. Visit BFM in Lorry today or call 080-60-34-2608. Again, 080-60-34-2608. So BFM back to school promo. It's a real deal.
Of newspaper headlines and editorials. First, with the news.
You're welcome back to today's affair of newspaper headlines and editorials, news analysis, the Tuesday edition and the last lap of the show. Like I said before I went for that break, you can call us on 091-2422-1019, 091-2422-1019, or 08051899241. And please, let's go straight to the point and ensure that we do not insult anybody. Okay, let's while we're expecting this call, Adebayo Abubakar, our sportsman. I have this particular story. I think we need to talk about 30 years after Atlanta Gold. I'm yet to be rewarded, Bonfrey Joe. 30 years after guiding Nigeria to his first and only Olympic football gold medal, former Dream Team coach Johannes Bonfrey Joe has expressed disappointment that the Nigerian government is yet to recognize or reward his role in one of the nation's greatest sporting achievements. And you should recall that if the talented generation featured Kanu Wako, Osino Kocha, Daniel Amokachi, Taibo West, and Celestine Babayaro. So Adebayo Abubakar talking about how do we reward our so-called heroes in Nigeria?
You see, some of these people who are not known back in their country as coaches, they come to Nigeria and Nigerian talents, fleshing their credentials, and they become celebrities.
Okay.
Bonfrey Joe was a physical trainer, not a coach, back in Holland. He was brought in by a fellow Dutch man, Clemens Westerhoff, as a physical trainer for the Super Eagles. But he has this talent of being able to read match. That's how, after the exit of Johan Bonfrey, everybody saw then, while Clemens Westerhoff is seated on the bench, he will be the one observing and, whispering into his ears, and those tactical changes will be made and it will be effective. So on that basis, the NFA then, as it was then, trusted him with the task of tinkering with the national under-23 teams. To Atlanta, he won. And it has been we have our flaws as a nation, institutional flaws. But immediately once they think they have achieved something, arrogantly Bonfrey Joe left for Holland. He took our Super Eagles from Nigeria to US in 1994. From there he never came back to Nigeria. The same thing, he never came back to Nigeria. From Atlanta there, he went back and his resignation was announced, or was it a sack or resignation? I think it should be a resignation because he never performed woefully, so there was no basis to have sacked him. He left arrogantly without. So then, the leverage that victory gave his CV, I think, is waning now. So may God save us from poverty. Once that is setting, you start thinking about people who owe you that you have overlooked years. That is what is happening here. And he has come to even think that he came back 4 years later to handle the Super Eagles. He never made mention of all this. So, but then the NFS should also try and cleanse their house and gather their acts together. This is undermining the integrity of the institution of Nigerian Football Federation. They need to look back. We have this tradition of making promises without fulfilling it. Can you believe that the $100,000 promised by the presidency for the those successful Super Falcons who won the last WAFCON have not been redeemed, and another WAFCON is ongoing now.
It was all celebrated.
Well, very widely celebrated.
The reason being that those are the hem of affairs that are supposed to do a follow-up. They won't do that because it is going to be difficult for them to out of it. So they won't be. So it is going to be. It has come into full public glare that they may not be able to. Just imagine the appearance bonuses given to FIFA, given by FIFA to every national football federation, to be given to each of the players that participated in any competition. That of Nigeria will still become public soap opera. It will be a case of Mbati. When FIFA had already, set this amount due to each player, that of Nigeria will still have what Yoruba people call Korunko. As a result of that, FIFA had resorted to collecting individual players' accounts now and releasing directly. What brought about that decision by FIFA was the situation in Nigeria.
Okay, please, because I've been following, most of the time you have a lot of allegations with all the sporting, like I don't want to mention just one, sporting governance in Nigeria. Would you say that there's an improvement over the past few years?
There can be no improvement. There can be no improvement. Number one, you need to look at the competence, the capacity of those who are saddled with the responsibility of, manning. How many of those who are manning our sporting association today actually had, how many of them are certified in sport management and administration? Nigeria, once you have the right polo and the right connection to the seat of power, you get employed. Even though that is why all these things keep reoccurring. The problem that led to scandal in the last administration, this new administration will come and repeat it. Now, that of Nigerian Football Federation, they are going to renew their mandate. The election is coming up next month. And look at everything we did not qualify for the World Cup. Do you know that the last World Cup, for close to 40 days, FIFA was paying each of the players in camp 5,000 naira daily. Okay. Nigeria missed out.
All right, Adebayo, don't worry.
And this is not enough cause for them to reflect and see that.
Adebayo on sport to get on our sport program to get more.
How dare you tread that lane there?
Thank you very much for saying this is 101.95. My name is Mariam Afolabi. Have a wonderful day.
You wanna lower? Oh, yeah. Now I can talk. Yeah, my dear. Help me. Finally, good morning, Miss BC and any other person watching me right now. Good morning. I'm sorry I've not been able to talk. I've been talking under my tongue because I've been online. Yeah, I don't know actually how to. I've been trying. You can see I've been calling people to assist me. Maybe it's my phone. I don't know how I would. While I'm online right now, I'm not getting how I can at the same time send message on YouTube. I know how to do it on other social media, but on this YouTube is giving me a problem. I'm going to sit down and find out how I will do it. That's number one. For second of all, I will message you on your DM. The number you're asking for, is it the contact of the studio? Like, we usually call out studio line, or my own contact? Let me know. Mine? Just say yes or no. I'll get it. You can check you. Check for me, please. Nisale. You don't say. You are calling me. Now maybe this year. Oh, yeah. Okay, mine. Yeah, okay. +234. +234. Have you written that? And then 81. Let me start again. +234 81 220 779 72. I want to also be here. I'm reflecting the video. Let me know if you got it, ma. +234 81 220 779 72. Let me know if you got it, ma.
Lọ sí www.indomie.ng/my-indomie moment.
Just give me a minute. Let me quickly select. I don't want this radio to go offline. I want to see what I'm doing.
Olóyìnbó máa sọ kankan wípé agbára ni a fi ń toni jẹ́, ìyẹn ni pé information is power. Tí èèyàn bá mọ̀ nípa àwọn nǹkan tí ń lọ, èèyàn kan máa pàdánù àwọn àǹfààní lọ́lọ́kọ̀ òjọ̀kan tí ń lọ káàkiri ni. Ṣùgbọ́n lásìkò yọpọ́n aṣẹ́ tó ti sún, ìyálà ó fẹ́ ra nǹkan ìlónúlé tàbí fóònù àbóríṣiríṣi nǹkan. Àwọn àzọ́ pé àmì ìlówó lọ́wọ́ mi ò lè rí kíní ìrà. Àǹfààní aláìlẹ́gbẹ́ kan ni ó tún dé báyìí láti lè jẹ́ kí wọn náà di ẹni tí ó ní àwọn dúkìá tá a mọ̀ sí properties dáadáa láì ṣe yípo làágùn. Ilé-iṣẹ́ kan wà tí wọ́n ń pè ní CDcare. Kí ni wọ́n ń kí ẹ̀ fún gan? Kí ni wọ́n dúró lé lórí? Jọ́ọ̀ la fi ní aṣojú CDcare ní inú yàrá agbára pẹ̀lú mi. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Abdulhakeem Okunla, ẹ bá mi kí gbogbo àwọn aráalé.
Ẹ kú dédé wòyí o ẹ̀yin aráalé. Orúkọ mi ni Abdulhakeem Okunla gẹ́gẹ́ bí olóòtú ṣe dárúkọ. Application àṣírí ọ̀la òní agbóhábáyín tí a mọ̀ sí CDcare CDCARE. Application ní jẹ́ pé tí ẹ bá ti ní orí fóònù yín ẹ ní àǹfààní láti wo àti ra àti san díẹ̀díẹ̀ gbogbo nǹkan èlò inú ilé. Fóònù ni o, laptop ni o, mattress ni o, kettle pot ni o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ ra àga ó wà ńbẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ ra mọ́tò ó wà ńbẹ̀. Tẹ́lẹ̀ máa sanwó díẹ̀díẹ̀ láì ní èlé kankan nínú. Àti wọ́n máa ń fún àwọn oníbàárà wa nídánilójú wípé kí wọ́n lọ sí ojú ọjà kí wọ́n lọ wò pé èló ni wọ́n ń ta àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí wọ́n lọ wò ó tó di pé wọ́n wà á ní àǹfààní pé ọjà jẹ́ ìmọ̀ sanwó kínní ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa. Àǹfààní sì wà fún wọn láti sanwó láti oṣù méjì títí dé oṣù méjìlá. Sọ wọn tó àtàrí pé ọ̀sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ ni wọ́n ní láti máa sanwó. Àǹfààní wà fún láti sanwó láti ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì títí di 40 weeks ogójì ọ̀sẹ̀ láti máa sanwó.
Mọ́lá bí ń gbé tí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ sọ iye kan lẹ̀ ni wọ́n wàá gbé ọjà àwọn àmọ́ sọ yòókù díẹ̀díẹ̀ báwo wọ́n ṣe ṣe.
Ẹ ṣeun olóòtú ṣe rí bí a ṣe gbé kalẹ̀ ní wípé àǹfààní oṣù méjì títí di oṣù méjìlá tá a gbé kalẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá ti ń rà tó bá ti ń sanwó dé ìdajì oṣù tán bá mú láàmú gbé ọjà yìí fún wọn tí wọ́n sì máa fi ní àǹfààní láti máa san yòókù. Fún àpẹẹrẹ tí wọ́n bá mú oṣù méjì tó bá ti sanwó alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ kalẹ̀ ó túmọ̀ sí wípé a gbé ọjà yẹn fún wọn wọ́n san owó ìyókù ní oṣù míì táàbọ̀ sí. Tó bá mú oṣù mẹ́rin àǹfààní náà fún láti san ìkíní kejì tó bá ti san tán a wá gbé ọjà yẹn fún wọn wọ́n á máa san ìkẹta ìkẹrin lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí wọ́n bá ti ń lo ìkíní lọ́wọ́ àtoṣù mẹ́fà àtoṣù mẹ́jọ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ bó ṣe wà nìyẹn sà.
Kí ni ìdí tí ẹ fi ṣe báyìí pé káwọn yẹn kọ́kọ́ san owó lẹ̀ díẹ̀ kí tó di pé ẹ gbé ọjà fún wọn.
Ẹ ṣeun olóòtú ṣe rí nǹkan tá a ṣe ni wípé a wò pé gbogbo ẹni tó bá ti ń ṣe iṣẹ́ ó yẹ kó ní àǹfààní láti ra àwọn nǹkan tó sì lè mọ sanwó díẹ̀ díẹ̀. So ẹni tí ó mú oṣù mẹ́rin tó sanwó kìíní kejì fún ọkàn wa ti balẹ̀ lórí.
Kí ló dé tó ṣe ń look dry báyìí kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? You are not wearing big, you are wearing a very very inconspicuous earring. Pa ojú ṣé bí ló sọ ni?
Ṣé àwọn ni wọ́n lọ ní kíní òní wọ́n lọ ra nǹkan tí a bá fẹ́ ni àbí ẹ̀yin lẹ́ ra?
Ṣé bí ló sùn ṣá? So only excuse then ya photo pẹ̀lú aṣọ sóbí. Mi ò wá síbi iṣẹ́ lánàá ó yà wọ́n ẹja as usual you know you go come and slap me. Ó lè wà láì kò tẹ̀ nídìí gbogbo ìdá ìṣe yẹn tọ̀nà yìí ni ẹ máa ẹ̀dí ti kíní yẹn ẹ wà fi gbogbo wa síbi escape iṣẹ́ escape wà mẹ́ lánàá. Ìrọ̀ ìyẹn la fẹ́ ibi tí gbogbo yín wà la fẹ́. Ẹgbà mi fóònù mi mà ni mo dẹ̀ ń wá kámẹ́rà káàkiri.
Olùrẹ́sẹ̀ wá sí wà ní nọ́mbà 6 Ike Àṣọ̀gbọ̀ Àgbọ̀n ìlú Èkó ní ìlú Èkó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni olóòtú ẹ ṣeun olóòtú.
Ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́tí náà láti ẹnu ọ̀gbẹ́ni Abdulhakeem Okunla jẹ́ aṣojú
mo pouch yẹn 35k ní o tó bá fẹ́ rà.
ibẹ̀ ní kíní ìtọ́lẹ̀.
Kò ní dá dúró bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn torí
ó ti lójú.
Àṣírí ọ̀la ni níbi tó ti ra gbogbo tó fẹ́ tó sì máa sanwó díẹ̀ díẹ̀ ní oríṣiríṣi gadgets electronics tó fi dórí ká ọkọ̀ ayẹ́fẹ́lẹ́ kò sì ní lórí iye
wà láìsí òun bá káwọn bákà sí máa rí gbogbo rárá láti mọ̀ ibi bá nǹkan.
ẹgbẹ́ àwọn ọ̀kẹ́ lórí ilé ìwé lórí CDK àdéhùn ti ra wọn kódà iPhone tó wù lọ́wọ́ mi lè sanwó rẹ̀ tán.
ọ̀rọ̀ iPhone lórí CDK o ti ní owó burúkú. àṣà àti ọkọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ hàn mí kó ṣáà ní sẹ́ǹsì ṣáá. ọkọ̀ mọ́tà kò tiẹ̀ mọ́tà dábàá ní ṣe kẹ̀ so that tí máa crop ẹ̀ ní after. mo máa ń ṣe bí behind the scene I do vlogs. Ọ̀bùrọ̀ yà bọ́ bí o máa ṣe pé fún ọ. Na so my okay. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni fóònù mi tóbi tóbi? Jáfilẹ̀. Ẹbí ẹ fẹ́.
Ìjẹ́jẹ́ ìtóbi, àṣeyọrí
Ó ti dà. Ó yẹ kí wọ́n máa ṣe bí àyè òfin náà gbọ́. Èmi náà máa yẹ fọ́tò jẹ́ bá ti bẹ́ẹ̀ See what I'm doing now? I don't have job again until another 11 o'clock. If I can. God, I can't rest. See my boss, the boss of bosses. See him white cap. See my boss, the white cap. So I'm doing this today. Beautiful guy. Thank you, ma. Can you, okay, I think the network is still clear here. I'm actually a playful person. If you know me, I'm very playful. That's what my boss just said now. I was telling somebody that don't be like, I know you understand Yoruba, like you mentioned. Me, I'm today pẹ̀lú àwọn ọdún rẹ̀ yìí. Hi, Jay. Okay, pẹ̀lú data Abuja. Okay, program start. That's great. I'm coming. So today I have time small. Let me go and bring my. I've not brought out my bag. When I came in the morning, I was in a hurry. I was almost late, so I ran into the studio, right? So, but now I'll go out there and go and bring my stuff, my bags and whatever. You know, I will take you together with me so that you will not go offline. Very good. Báwo. Oh, I thought it's Bashira, sorry. How are you? Nadia, how are you? Let me link it to another. Because I have many networks I'm joining right now. I'm sure you're beautiful too. Mr. Ba. Ọjọ́ tẹ̀ ń jó èmi ti lọ tọ́lẹ́tì náà èmi ò rí. Mo wá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yín lórí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì. Mr. Bayo ṣẹ́yìn nìyẹn ṣá. Mo rẹ́rìn ẹ̀mí àtàwọn ọmọ.
4,300 dance step mo kó wájú ẹ̀yẹ kan
Like it was so funny. Mo rẹ́rìn mo fẹ́ tọ́ sára. Yeah. Yes. So let me see. I'm doing many things. I even want to clean my car. At least the back. Let me see. By myself. Let's come and so late in the morning. Yesterday I slept till 12 p.m. Yes, 12 p.m. in the afternoon because I didn't come to work yesterday. I woke up Adìẹ, I sleep like. Oh, bàdá tó pẹ́ o. Wàhálà o. Mo ti gbàgbé. Bàdá tó pẹ́. Ẹ máa bínú sí mi àbí? Ẹ máa bínú sí mi àbí? T-shirt yín. No, mo ti tọ́jú ẹ̀mí gbé wá ni. Ọlọ́run bá ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n bóyá if I'm lucky bóyá àwọn ọmọ lè gbé sínú mi. Torí mò ń ṣe màá tẹ̀ fi fídíò ẹ̀ hàn yín. Mò ń ṣe fídíò ẹ̀ lánàá. So mo wá kó wọn wọlé. Oh God.
Àwọn tó ti tẹ́lẹ̀ náà kọ́lé lé.
Ẹnu àwọn báàgì ṣá máa wọ báàgì ni.
Ilé ló wà báyìí. Àwọn ilẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀.
Ṣé ń bọ̀ lọ́la?
Ọ̀gá mi ṣe káàró yà.
Ṣé ń bọ̀ lọ́la, Mr. Bayo? Ṣé ń bọ̀ lọ́la?
Lágbàdo lọ.
Mo gbogbo wa ń tẹ̀ ní mítìn lóòótọ́. Ṣé bá lẹ́ẹ̀kí wọ báàgì àbí? Ẹ kí wọ báàgì. Ah shit. Ẹ má bínú ẹjọ́. Bọ̀ ṣe dáhùn ilé tí mo ní ó fẹ́ tó 1 million. Vintage shirt. Ah bẹ́ẹ̀ lè fẹ́ wọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí fídíò ẹ̀ fídíò ẹ̀ wà lórí fóònù yìí. Sorry. Ẹ jẹ́ okay. Ẹ bóyá ẹ dúró náà. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n fi hàn yín bí. My sister, sorry for see colleague me malaria today and you alone. He has malaria. He's just coming back to work. And unfortunately, so to say, he's one of my very, very good persons here. In fact, he's my guardian. Sorry, I want to show you something on the phone, ma. Let me just go for now. Bye.